Hello and welcome everyone. In this today's session of geometric dimensioning and tolerancing, we are going to learn about the second for orientation control. Okay, second tolerance in the orientation control, which is the perpendicularity. Okay, so first of all, we will discuss about the how to applying the perpendicularity to a planar surfaces. Okay, so in this then we will discuss how to apply perpendicularity to a feature of size. Okay, first we will apply that how we can apply the perpendicularity to a planar surface or feature. Okay, then we will understand about the feature of size. Okay, so first of all, what is the definition? In this, perpendicularity is a fairly common symbol, okay, that requires, so whenever we are talking about perpendicularity, we are talking about 90-degree angle or 270-degree angle, okay, which is perpendicular. Okay. So whenever two surfaces are perpendicular to each other, this is called the perpendicularity. Okay. So perpendicularity is a fairly common symbol that requires reference surface or line to be perpendicular or 90-degree. Okay. From a datum surface or line. Perpendicularity can be reference a 2D line, but more commonly it describes the orientation of one surface plane perpendicular to the another datum plane. Okay. So with the help of example, we will understand that how one surface can be considered as a datum. Okay. And the other surface as with reference to this surface can be perpendicular. Okay. So we will understand with the help of example. The tolerance of perpendicularity call out indirectly controls the 90-degree angle. Okay, so the most important part is to control the 90-degree angle between the parts by controlling the location. Okay, where the surface have to lie. Now see the tolerance zone below for the details. Okay, so perpendicularity does not control the angle of a reference feature. The tolerance is in the distance unit. So it is a relative to datum. Yes. Okay. So this is a relative feature. Perpendicularity is a related feature. So MMC or LMC is applicable. Yes. In the case of when we apply the perpendicularity to a feature of size, the maximum material condition and least material condition is applicable. Okay. So, and this is the symbol for the perpendicularity. Okay. So whenever we are using the symbol like this, in the feature control frame in the first compartment, this is the perpendicularity. Okay, this is and we can provide with the reference to datum. Okay, so whenever we are applying any orientation control tolerance, okay, so in that case we have to apply the datums. Okay, datums are the required because datum this is a related feature, related tolerances. Okay, so for related tolerances, at least we required one reference. Okay, so at least one datum we required for the relationship with for the surface or the feature. Okay, so this is the most important part. Now in this example you can see this feature is at 90-degree. Okay, so this is the line. Okay, so this is the of the feature of the line. Okay, this is the center line and this is the datum surface. Okay, so we have provided the datum A to this surface, to this bottom surface we have taken as datum. Okay, so now in this example, so here I should not show the 90-degree angle. Why I am not showing the 90-degree angle over here? Because as per the fundamental rules in the second section of GD&T, we have learned that if you remember the fundamental rules that tells whenever there is a 90-degree angle or a perpendicular angle between the two surfaces or the two features which are right angle to each other. Okay, so other than we are not supposed to show the angle. Okay, so it is the default understood that there is a 90-degree angle. So this is a default. We understood that if there are two perpendicular feature, so they are at 90-degree. Okay, so whenever we have surfaces at 90-degree or 270-degree, okay, so here and just for the showing, we are talking about this 90-degree. So whenever we are talking about 90-degree or 270-degree, then we can apply the perpendicularity tolerance. Okay, so in this case, we can apply the perpendicularity tolerance. So in the feature control frame, I have used the perpendicularity tolerance. So if we have like this, okay, datum surface A. So in this case, this datum surface A. So in this case, you can see this is the datum surface A. there are two parallel planes. Okay, so in this case there are two parallel planes, this plane and this plane. Okay, at a distance of, this is the distance. Okay, so 0.01 mm apart. So these two planes are 0.01 mm apart, perpendicular to the datum surface A. Okay, so always whenever we are talking about this, this actual surface takes any shape with these two parallel planes. Okay, maybe between these two parallel planes, surface can lie between like this. Okay, it should be within the two parallel planes, but it will be under the tolerance zone. Okay, so if you see this middle line, which is not exactly perpendicular, it is in taper. Okay, so you can see this line is in taper, but this line is between the two parallel planes within the tolerance zone. Okay, so so such surfaces are considered to be perpendicular. Okay, so although this is not perpendicular with the datum, but if this is under the perpendicular tolerance, or the, I will say, the control which we have provided. Okay, so the surface is considered to be perpendicular to the datum surface. Okay, so now we will understand. So I think you understand about the two parallel planes. So whenever the tolerance, the surface is within the tolerance zone. Okay, and within the tolerance zone, so here the tolerance zone is 0.01 mm. If the surface is within the tolerance zone, it is perpendicular or not, it will be considered perpendicular with the datum surface. Okay, now we will understand. So in this case, we have applied perpendicularity to the surface. Okay, to a feature. Now in this example, which is perpendicularity applied to a axis. Okay, so in this case we are applying perpendicularity to a axis or a feature of size. Okay, so this is a feature of size. In this case we are applying feature of size. Okay, so axis control can also be called out for the perpendicularity and is one of the more common forms of axis call out. Okay, so in this case, sorry, this size is taken as the 15 plus minus dia 15 plus minus 0.1. Okay, so in this case this is the size of the hole. Okay, and at the center of this hole there is one axis. You can see this axis. So this is the axis and we are controlling the this axis. Okay, so when it is referenced for a circular feature, so in this case this hole we are controlling the perpendicularity of this hole we are controlling. So as we control the axis of the hole, the perpendicularity will be in control. Okay, so the feature control frame will contain the diameter over here. Okay, so in this case I haven't used diameter, but there is diameter 0.01, or you can say, for understanding, I am taking another feature control frame, let's say. So I am using the first of all, in the first compartment I am using the perpendicularity symbol. Okay, which is the geometric characteristic symbol. Then we are using 0.1 mm of geometric tolerance. Okay, then we are applying the datum. Okay, so this is the datum A, which is this surface. Okay, so we are taking datum A as a primary datum. Okay, now as we are applying the perpendicularity to a feature of size, so this is very commonly known, and I have already told you a lot of times that whenever we are applying any geometric characteristic or geometric tolerance to a feature of size, then it is possible that we can apply the material condition modifiers. Okay, so in this condition we can apply maximum material condition and the least material condition. Okay, so when the axis perpendicularity can be applied to a positive feature when or was, or a negative feature a whole. Okay, so when perpendicularity is referenced for the axial control or a feature, a symbol now specify a cylindrical boundary. Okay, what this cylindrical boundary means, you can see this red over here. So this is a cylindrical boundary. Okay, so if we see from the top, so this is the axis, this point you can consider as a axis, and this is the tolerance zone. Okay, so in this case this is the axis, this point can be considered from top view if we see, and this whole diameter we can say 0.1 mm, which is over here. So we can say this is the circular tolerance zone. Okay, so in this case you can see this is the circular tolerance zone. Okay. So this is the cylindrical boundary where the axis of the reference feature must lie. This cylindrical boundary is formed by taking a line that is directly perpendicular to the datum feature. Okay, so when this version of the perpendicularity is called out, it is to be used with the maximum material condition to enable easy gauging of the part. Okay, so in this case, I have already told you, you can use maximum material condition modifier and least material condition modifier. Okay, so whenever this hole is manufactured at maximum material condition. Okay, so in this case, maximum size of the hole is 15 plus minus 0.1. So maximum material condition of the hole is 15.1. Okay, so at 15.1 the tolerance is 0.1 mm. As we move from mmc towards lmc, okay, towards lmc is dia 14.9. Okay, so sorry, we are talking about hole in this case. Sorry. So in this case, maximum material condition will be 14.9. Okay, so at 14.9, when there is a maximum material condition, the tolerance zone will be 0.1 because this is a hole. Okay, and whenever when the size is 15, the tolerance zone will be 0.2. Okay, so when we are at LMC, which is 15.1, the tolerance zone will be 0.3. Okay, so as you can see, we are moving from MMC to LMC. The tolerance zone is increasing. This circular tolerance zone at 15.1 dia will be 0.3 mm. Okay, so as we move from maximum material condition to the least material condition, we should increase the material condition modifiers. Okay, so this is the very important part of perpendicularity tolerance. Okay, so the meaning of this is that the cylindrical tolerance zone we are getting, which is I have already told you. Okay, so this is all about the perpendicularity tolerance. When we apply perpendicularity tolerance to a hole, we are controlling the axis of this hole with the reference to the datum feature. Okay, so this is the datum surface and this is the axis. Okay, so let's say if it is in taper also, let's say this is in a taper, so axis is in taper. Okay, but it is into the tolerance zone. So if it is in a tolerance zone, this is the tolerance zone 0.1 mm. So this 0.1 mm. If it is in taper also, it will be considered to be a perpendicular. Okay, because it is in a tolerance zone, this axis. Okay, so if it is out of the tolerance zone, then we can say that the perpendicular is out of this hole. Okay, so this is all about the perpendicularity tolerance. I hope that you understand the topic in a very detailed manner. If you have any confusion, you can also write it down. Okay, in the notes section. So definitely we will try to answer that. Okay, so this is all about. Thank you. Thanks a lot.